Hello everybody again and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host Mike, and Cameo, he is off tonight. He's on an East Coast swing trying to deliver surplus to the People's Republic of somewhere. So I've got a good show planned for you today. I'm glad you've joined back with us there. Looks like you're going to give a shout out to Christian Guzman. He's the winner of the Chick-fil-A gift card that we were able to go get. We're going to be sending that out to him to money. So congratulations, Christian, for winning the gift card. Leave your comments in the comments section to be entered in next month's gift card drawing. It could be you. So going into some of the show, we have to. Some of the listeners today would like to keep on discussing the fallout from Evergrande. Now, we've talked to you guys about this. If you're new to the show, several times previous months past, we've told listeners to prepare. The reason why you're going to prepare is because of what's coming to hit you, because the feds and everybody else has decided to print dollaruskis like crazy and make all these crazy deals over the last 10 years, 15, 20, 30 years, and the chickens are coming home to roost. So one of the first things we're going to talk about is Evergrande's pain spreads to the wealthy investors as more interest missed payments. Now, some of the alphabets out there, they'll tell you that nothing's going on, everything's good, don't panic. But we're not saying to panic, we're saying to look and check out everything to see what's actually going to happen. There have been some forecasters that say that this panic will be 5 times worse than Lehman Brothers of 2008. We have other people say everything's fine, it's good. So make sure you got your house in order and everything's good there to make sure that you are protected. So going into, we're going to cruise some of the articles, and then we're going to go left to right. The first article we're going to go with is the left side, Mockingbirds. We're going to go with Bloomberg. Bloomberg says, Evergrande's pain spreads to wealthy investors as more interest payments have been missed. Rich trust buyers join 70,000 retail investors who suffered losses and are demanding their money back. Tens of thousands of Chinese households who brought high-risk investment yields are being sucked right into the spectacular unraveling of the China Evergrande Group after the embattled developer missed payments on funds sold through shadow banks, which have funneled billions into the construction projects. Some of these lenders, known as trusts, have already dipped into their pockets to repay wealthy investors on Evergrande's behalf. According to people familiar with the matter, others are negotiating payment extensions, and Evergrande said that asking not to be identified discussing private matters. What will happen? Who will jump in? Who will help? As far as to help these guys get back in order, will they be helped? Will they let them fall? Is this the crisis upon crisis upon crisis that is going to keep on hitting the world? We don't know. The only thing we do is we're just going to keep on plugging along, and we're going to get some real takes as far as from some of the analysts. We are going to talk about stocks, but guys, if you're going to talk about stocks, you have to semi-talk about this, and we can't let it go just because it could affect you in some way, in a negative way, and it can affect you in a positive way too. Because if something happens, there is going to be cheap shares if you're in the right position to go back and gobble up to grab what other people dump, because there are going to be your panic traders that get out, or they're going to cut their losses, and there's going to be cheap shit. I can remember 2008 going into a trader's home. As I was my business going in there. The trader had all the cheap banks in America, all the stocks that were down from the crisis, and he was gobbling up and picking them up dirt cheap. So with this, there are some positives to add to this, but we're going to go through everything. It looks like they say it's not much clear how the funds appear. That there's no evidence that trusts are passing payment delays to the customers who are on fixed income products tied to Evergrande. The already missed payments are $40 billion. Yawn, $6.2 billion of wealth products sold by Evergrande itself to retail investors and have sparked nationwide protests. Yes, people are pissed off. It's kind of one of the reasons why you're seeing them buzzing Taiwan and things like that with airplanes and everything, because, well, there's that top chip factory that I've been talking about for a while and warning everybody about, that is a national security crisis too. If that is seized, you will have big-time problems if they seize that chip factory, as far as it'll have implications on this economy for sure. But they are saber-rattling because they want to get a hold of that chip factory and the gold reserves in Taiwan. So threatening some of the biggest non-bank funding for the property sector, and the shadow banks retreat. So going into the Chinese government will place social stability as one of the priorities, says James Finn. He's the founder of Poseidon Capital Group, a Chinese fund that specializes in distressed and special situation investments. The clock is ticking for Evergrande to make investors whole. The cash-strapped firm faces repayments from the fourth quarter of $1.8 billion of high-yield products sold through trusts to wealthy clients and institutions. Another $4 billion is due next year, according to the data provider User Trust. So that's from the left side. Now we're going to go to the right side. Normally we would go through Zero Hedge and check Zero Hedge down the middle to on the right. We would check Tyler Durden, but he wants us to pay for his article. And his articles are useful. I'm just not going to pay $30 a month for a premium. If you want the premium Inside Dirt, he does have good stuff, and you can go check out his information to read about that. And on the other side, on Zero Hedge, you have this. Power supply shock looms. Global markets will feel the pinch very soon of the next China crisis. You've heard it first here. Distracted by the greatness and the collapse of China's property development market, many miss the fact that China faces a crisis that could directly hit Asia's economy just as hard as a financial collapse. It's the nationwide power shock, power supply shock. After ramping up its coal-based production earlier this year, it appears Beijing has suddenly grown conscious over emissions and the average Joe about feeling the pain of that decision. According to the climate change facts from there, Chinese CO2 emissions are more than double those of U.S. and greater than the U.S. and EU combined. Well, yeah, of course. And don't plan on them trying to stop if they don't think they have to as far as that goes. The crackdown on power consumption is driven by the rising demand of electricity and being surging of coal, gas prices, as well as strict targets from Beijing to cut emissions. Incoming the first country's mammoth manufacturing industries from aluminum smelters, as well as textiles, aluminum shelters, and producers of soybean processing plants. Factories are being ordered to curb activity, for instance, to shut down altogether. With the market attention now laser focused on Evergrande and Beijing unprecedented curves on the property sector, another major supply shock could have been underestimated or even missed. Nomura Holdings analysts include Ting Lu, who warned the note, predicting China's economy will shrink this quarter. You heard it. They're predicting the economy will shrink this quarter. If you don't think this will affect your economy, you're absolutely mistaken here. Lots of things are tied here over back and forth, and what that's going to do is that's going to affect product supply, things like that, and other things, and I can almost guarantee you because we're tied that close. More problematic for Greta and her pals between 2000 and 2020, the amount of electricity generated by burning coal increased more than fourfold in China, hitting 4,600 terawatt hours the past year. And then you could see on the screen here is the China's energy demand sees coal and renewable solar. So as the scene suggests, it's not the first face winter power demand surges, and that's an FYI to you guys as well. As far as start looking at natural gas and things like that, if you haven't already, start circling the calendars as far as where to get in, because I am almost willing to tell you that come February, January, and December, you are going to wish you purchased natural gas. It's going to go up. We're going to be in record highs. We're already seeing record already. So find your buy point, figure out what company you want to get in. If you have tips or anything of what you think people should buy a good price point, leave it in the comment section. The dangers is that Zhenhao, chief expert of the consultancy of energy, warns government policies will significantly limit the energy industry's potential to increase production through demand increases. 2021's worsening power crunch in China reflects three specific factors. One, extremely tight supply energy globally, with the chaos engulfed the Europe markets. The economic rebound of COVID lockdowns and that boosted the demand, so you have that into effect. And also President Xi tries to ensure blue skies in the Winter Olympics in the next February. So you also have that. So there's going to be the little act, obviously. The power curbs will ripple through and impact the global markets, Ting said. Very soon the global markets will feel the pinch of shortage of supply, textiles for toys, machines, and parts. So there you go. He's obviously projecting, go get your Christmas presents too, because that's all going to go up exactly like Harris said exactly when she was saying as far as with your toy supply and things like that. No, I don't carry the cooler for her or anything. I'm just telling you what she said. That's just reporting the news. That's what's going to happen, is your toys and things are going to go there because coal's going to skyrocket. That's what helps power them to make plastics. And as we noted earlier this year, China needs to shutter 600 coal plants to meet emissions goals for net zero emissions by 2060, which I highly doubt they're going to do anyway. So just because China does what it wants. Okay, guys, the first stock we have is ZYNE. ZYNE. Zynerba Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. Last tick was $4.45 on Friday, because you could even speed on the highway. Going to the year-to-date on this, it looks like in January of 21, with certain news, it crested almost to $10, around 8 to 9 and change. Then it took a couple dips, dropped below $7.50, and then put it below $5 for a bargain basement for you, because I'm going to tell you what they do. Going into what would you say they do here? Going into this here, they engage in the provision of pharmaceuticals that produce transdermal cannabinoid therapies. That's why I said cannabinoid therapies. Smoke if you got them. It focuses on research and development of rare to near rare neuropsychiatric conditions. The firm offers Zygel product, which is formulated as a permeation enhanced gel for transdermal delivery. The company was founded on January 31st, 2007 in Devon, Pennsylvania. Okay, guys, going on the website, well, it looks like a $4.45 website. It looks decent as far as that. It doesn't look like one where you have to dive in to look what they actually do. They pretty much have everything, and look who showed up. It's Cameo!
What's going on?
Hey. Just on the show, Alito got your call, man, and we're talking about cannabinoid therapy here with the new stock we're covering there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gonna give congratulations there to Christian?
What did Christian do?
Christian
What did he win, the Monopoly, or what did he win?
He won the Chick-fil-A gift card. I'll be able to go down and go get that to him and give it to him, since they won't allow email.
Olay.
Olay?
I love the Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah.
I love me a Sammy.
Yeah, is that what you like there? Where are you at? The People's Republic of what?
I'm in Colorado.
Oh, you're in. Oh, Smoke if you got him. So if you see Cameo around buying smokes on Facebook, you know where he's got. So.
I don't buy smokes. I buy the weed, dog.
Oh, are you gonna get some Maui Wowie or what?
We're gonna get the Acapulco.
The Acapulco?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some Maui Wowie too, man.
You wanna get high, man?
Are you gonna go visit my cousin there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm heading to the house right now. Steak dinner, dude.
Yeah, my cousin Chewy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit him up, dude.
Don't look at his face, dude.
Yeah, don't do that, and obviously there might be some Tide there too.
Yeah.
Don't get mistaken for the Tide of something else.
Exactly.
You might start talking like Donald Duck or something. I think there was a movie about that, maybe. I'm not sure. Huh? There you go. You're being the Tide lady again, man.
Yeah.
So going back to the stock there.
Speaking of that, here's the cookie shop right here next to me.
Oh, the
cookies, dude. The wheat shop.
They sell pop brownies and cookies there too.
It's called cookies. That's, remember you read about cookies in that one time?
Oh yeah, that was another stock we covered. What stock was that? If anybody remembers what stock that was, where they sell pot cookies, that's where he just passed, dude. So we got some stock in what was it, for the Earth? We have some. I wonder if For the Earth's down there too. They're people.
Maybe,
So,
I don't know. I think those ones are in Utah, no?
Maybe there's some in Arizona too. I know that they were all over. So we got lots of shares of them. So, anyways, going to this biopharmaceutical stock there, Camille. Looks like they have an advanced science of therapeutic cannabinoids. They'll help improve the lives of patients in battling with severe neuropsychiatric conditions, including Fragile X syndrome, FXS, autism spectrum. Hey, man, if they could come up with something for that. This is a $4.45 stock, Camille.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's not in the cheap seats. I mean, it's definitely affordable, but it will be going somewhere if they're using this to treat as far as like autism And they also have ultra-rare epilepsies they're looking to treat, and development in the epileptic DEE, it's called. Their approach is to utilize the pharmaceutically manufactured penetration-enhanced transdermal cannabinoid product candidate for a molecule pathway and central nervous system that disrupted the causes for neurological diseases. By doing this, they help provide a treatment options for patients battling certain rare neuropsychiatric diseases. So what say you on this so far?
Well, that's a lot of money you got to put in, but if it's gone that high, you know it's only going to get higher.
Yeah, as soon as they hit their their next trial and things like that, it's going to blow up there. Now, this actually, guys, is appearing on some promotions as the top ones for this week. Just to give you an FYI, so I just didn't pull it out of my arse or anything. It was on pennystocks.com, which means, Cameo, that it is being promoted. So that is something to just to let you know before it hits the boards. And some will be saying, oh, how do you know it's being promoted? Well, because I do my research there.
I just read it to you.
Yeah, I tried to. How do you know it's being promoted? Oh, I just made it up there because I have it fixed in my mind, dude. I got the call.
My sister,
Hedda, you know, she got the call. Why cannabinoids, you asked there, Camille?
No.
Okay, so cannabinoids interact with specific receptors pathways that implicate a rare range of diseases throughout the body to produce pharmacologic effects. These include inhibition of modulation for several pathways, resulting in a cumulative anti-conclusive effect with a modulation of the cannabinoid system, which regulates the emotional responses there, Camille. So
really?
Yeah, yep, emotions, behavioral, and looks like social interactions. Can you imagine social interactions if we can improve some people with their social interactions? Because some are bad, man, you know?
They are, especially in this day and time.
Yeah, like beating people in stores, beating up people for doing their job, even though they already hate being there already. There's some of the people that that happens to them, they should just walk out before that happens. If they think something's wrong, just don't do what the employer says and quit. You got to do what you got to do, man. I've done it before. So people could say, well, how do you know? Well, because I've done it before. Haven't you there, Cameo?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I've been on several jobs where you've walked off with me to being the boss, and I was like, oh, cool, see you later. Because it wasn't me, it was the customer around, you know?
Exactly.
So don't do anything. That's the thing, guys. Don't do anything that you don't want to do, and it's not a thing where like, oh, I was just taking orders. No, you got to do what's right and what's in your head, and if you think something's wrong, you need to bounce. Because I mean, it's not going to get better anytime. It's not going to get better when they're going to keep on demanding more of the stuff that you don't want to do. So just something. Sometimes you just got to say you got to do it. I've done it a few times, and Cameo has, where it doesn't feel right, and you got to bounce. And there's other opportunities out there. Don't latch on to something thinking you have to say it's something you hate. So do something that you like, that you want to do and feel most comfortable. Not something where people hate on you all the time and you're not happy there and things like that, or making you do stuff you don't want to do.
Make a lot of money.
But this isn't a show for my thoughts on life, so we're talking about.
Get on, dude. You're getting boring like freaking. I don't know his name. He likes ice cream. I love ice cream.
Yeah, you got the THC going on for the effects, high effects associated with cannabis. There, they want to talk about on here.
Yeah, cannabis lethal.
Yeah. So looks like going on. You want to just hit the pipeline and then go to Stockwitz or Alphabets? I mean,
Peter Piper Pizza.
Yeah. So in their pipeline, it looks like they have Reconnect pivotal, confirmation of trial initiated, top line results expected for the 2H 2023. Their expected milestones. Company guidance on a path forward 2021. Screening patients has resumed. Time for top-line results of TBD when enrollment. Finalized target syndrome selected for 2021. Looks like they've got, so that's what they've got early access to medicine and Zygel, man. So Zygel CBD, check this one out. It's the first only pharmaceutical produced CBD of non-epheroid cannabinoid formulated as a patent-protected permeation-enhanced gel for transdermal delivery through the skin and circulatory system there, Camille.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's for patients suffering from FXS, ASD, pediatric patients, as well as a heterogeneous group of rare epilepsies known as developments for epileptic DEE. This experimental treatment is not approved by government regulatory bodies. Of course it's not, because anything that they could semi-do with a natural product, they, of course, poo-poo it down, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Not to knock them or anything, but it seems like lately everybody wants to put chemicals and shit into your body instead of trying to go natural and having these companies do that. So, but we'll see what happens. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody wants burritos.
Yeah, so like.
Chimichangas.
Oh, where'd you go?
Where'd you go? I went to the hoe.
Oh, I thought you went to Mommy's Kitchen, dude.
I went to Teacher's Kitchen tonight to eat
yeah,
chicken. I don't know what she was making tonight.
Oh, I didn't check. Last time it was a cake, dude. It was actually looking pretty good, bro. Don't knock the chef, man.
Yeah.
So she's gonna help you out on a date with your wife one time when you don't have any food to make, man.
I don't have a wife anymore, dude.
Oh, you don't?
I threw it in the gutter, and well, I'm gonna go buy another.
Oh, you gave Betsy the bootsy or what?
Yeah, I wrapped the 6 foot around the telephone pole.
Oh, so Cameo is announcing on the show here that he's eligible. So all the girls in the group, hit Cameo up in the group.
Do not hit me up. Because I don't need any of y'all. I'm broke. I'm a bum. I got no money. Sorry.
They're gonna hit you up and take you to a link for like Pookie.com or something like that, man, huh?
I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. Trust me.
Click the link and you get taken to Pookie.com, dude. Beware, guys. Don't go to Pookie.com. It's not real. So, going on to, should we go cruise the alphabets here, Camille?
Yeah.
It's glad to have you back, man. I don't like doing the show alone, dude. So, anyway, let's see here. All this is 2-week-old news. We'll just gloss through the headlines there, Camille. You have long and term tolerability and efficacy from Yahoo Finance. I just got kicked off of Yahoo. Do you know that?
No, did you?
Can't post the videos there to share anything about the information, dude. You don't like you promoting the products of the company, apparently.
Oh, yeah, you're a bad guy.
Yeah, I didn't even promote the products. I was just sharing information. Heaven forbid you share information about a company these days. I swear, people will freaking crucify you, man. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, it looks like, I don't even know why I covered Yahoo's articles, but I'm still going to give them a plug anyway, because I don't hate like you guys. I appreciate the knowledge. And so for these guys, they present a long-term tolerability and efficacy data of Zybagel in children and adolescents with autism. The study for Behavioral Phenotypes Conference in 2021. Looks like this plug came out September 9th. They're the leader in innovative pharmaceutical-produced transdermal cannabinoid therapies, which you guys already know. With the autism spectrum disorder, ASD, over a long-term or 38-week treatment period. The data that was present during the oral presentation of the Society Study of Behavioral conferences was virtually September 9th. A copy of the presentation was available through the corporate website, so you can go check out that. They just go through the study. They don't really give lots of what they said in there. They just said the current management options for ASD are restricted behavioral therapies and limited number of approved pharmacologic treatments. So if this can proceed and go forward, Camille, they might have a treatment where they can help people out with this gel thing or some of the other products that they are coming out with. What say you?
Yeah, more products, more money.
Yeah, or you could just give them pot cookies and see if that might help out a little bit temporarily. It might bring a temporary...
Wake you up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you never know. But we can't...
I need some energy now. Like, I'm really tired, you know?
Yeah. So, it looks like they're also open in phase 2, evaluated the safety and tolerability of Zygel in children and adolescents 3 to 17 years old. In addition to stable standard of care, 18 of the 27 patients completed a 14 period 1 demonstrated improvement of the behavior checklist community, irritability, scalability in week 14, and allowed continued treatment of irritability for additional 24 weeks in 18 patients who completed the treatment for the Zygel behavior. So what say you, Camille? Camille's just saying just do the brownies or the cookies or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe the flavor for... what is it? What's that cookie place called again? Crumble? Maybe they'll have pot cookie flavor, huh?
Maybe.
Or brownies, you never know. That maybe in Colorado they're going to start doing that. I don't know. So if anybody has seen that, hit us up in the comment section and post it. Let people know. So in case people want to go grab that.
Pipe and smoke it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm out on this one. So let's go to Stockwitz. What do you think they're saying about this? You think the Sour Patches will be out there again on this one?
There's somebody crying.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone. They're just mad because we didn't hand them out a new collared T-shirt or something like that.
Pretty much.
So we got ZYNE. Let's go over to the Stockwitz. Okay, guys, going on to Stockwitz. That's where the real traders are at. Looks like ZYNE, JD Michael says FDA can approve this trash. Well, quickly they'll feel comfortable with green lighting CBD topical gel, otherwise for untreatable disorders. So he's pissed off because they approve other things, but they're not approving the CBD gel yet, which is they should. But like I said, anything natural, man, you know how that goes. You know, they want everybody to like pump up the gem. You know what I'm saying? In code.
Pump the gem. Pump the gem.
So certain things you have to use lingo to discuss. So if they won't let us talk in freedom of speech there, then we're gonna have to do talk in code there, huh, Camille?
Sir.
You have to decipher the code there. Sigel data presented this month is significant. The open phase 2 study demonstrated 35% improvement of aberrant behavior checklist community. That's from MyBlue4, Camille.
Is it?
Yeah, you also have Stock Block Trader says, if I sell my shares, what a great buy then, right? So, looks like also from SCNC writes, also from shareholder letter. In addition to upcoming DU phase trial 3 results, addressing market no current treatment, beginning final phase F6 trial of cannabis-related platform. Let's see what else we got. Lots of spam. Boards are kind of quiet tonight as far as that goes. Some people are saying, wonder if this is going to present Chairman Chief will participate in a fireside chat on the 2021 Cantor Virtual Global Healthcare Conference. Be prepared for that. That's coming Monday at 11:20 Eastern. I'll catch that one, right, Camille?
Yeah.
We'll catch that one, probably not, but yeah. So that's it for this one, Camille, for me. I'm going to go look on the trending board, and I'll be right back. I can't do any more biopharmaceuticals. I could do one a day, and that's about it. They're good, don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing Camille. I'm just saying I can only do a couple. There's too much scientific crap for me. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just, it bores me, man. So, but they're good. They're good. So I'd rather talk about food and burritos. That would be better. So. Anyways, we're going to go on to the next one. Okay, guys, the next stock we have, we lost Cameo. He's trying to find a hotel there in Colorado. He's trying to find the DoubleTree there, so wish him luck on there. Looks like we got stock TRIT, Triterras Incorporated. Last tick was $5.66. Going to the year in review on this one. It looks like you almost crested $15 of this, and this was in January 21 after Q-Card got elected. And then they tried to kill crypto, but with the printer keep on printing, and it prints and prints and prints, and you have different circumstances happening in the world, you're going to see a rebound in this stock as well as other stocks like NSAV and other ones out there. So find your cryptocurrency and find your biopharma and look for it. Going on to the website, well, it looks awesome there. So we're going to go into that, dive into that, and then we're also going to go check out what the real traders are saying and see what the alphabets are saying about this one. Okay, guys, diving into a little bit of what they do. They were founded in 2018. Through the company, then it was incorporated by the inception and development of Kratos. The flagship platform started in 2017. They began to work to address the trade finance gap for SMEs and to help streamline and digitize the trading process is custom built-in blockchain enabled to end-to-end global trade finance platform. It meets the needs of both traders, buyers, and suppliers, and financing sources like alternative lenders. In the 2 years to develop Kratos, they launched in 2019 with Trade Discovery module and added molecules like trade finance to February 2020, immediately establishing low usage for the first year itself. They are located and headquartered in Singapore and is a large trading hub that accesses many necessary supporting counterparts, buyers, suppliers, lenders, and insurers. They also have offices in the UK and the USA. They've been consistently profitable from inception, slightly since launching Kratos. They have facilitated more than 3,500 transactions, over $6.6 billion transaction volume. And it's going to keep growing, and it's going to grow more and grow more. The reason why is because you have this thing called the collapse that is coming. And when that does, these are going to go up. This is your safe play. This is your off-the-grid play. So please watch this one carefully. So Kratos fills 1.5 trillion in gaps. The World Trade Organization estimates that SMEs have 1.5 trillion at annual unmet trade financing needs for 60% of the financing requests rejected by banks. Many trade sites lack the equate trade finance as the main constraint to their growth and success. Kratos is actively addressing the problems by joining forces with alternative lenders. They've leveraged advanced technology to attract lending sources that address access to funding through the enabling the trader growth profitability. With that, they have supply chain option financing. Buyers and manufacturers collaborate with lenders to provide short-term financing for suppliers and vendors. APR financing. Account receivables are purchased by lenders to provide short-term financing to suppliers. Loan financing. Loans are granted by lenders to finance suppliers based on invoice generated on their buyers. Complete KYC on all relevant parties. Borrow select type of financing options to request facilitate the lender. Lending performs due diligence, approves the facility. Borrow requests for transaction to be financed, and lender approves the request and funds are to be dispersed. Borrower pays lender or before maturity. So they have the risk and mitigations for benefits for lenders and traders. They have trade digitalization, operational efficiency, transparent, traceable, and connected ecosystems. Kratos gives lenders access to a market they want to lend, but not can otherwise reach for the cost-efficient manner. So there you have it on there. Let's go to the alphabets and check out what they have, since we glossed a little bit through what they do. Okay guys, so the Google machine's a little cold right now. There's not too much, all the news is flatlined, but we'll see what happens and comes out tomorrow. Going on to Stockwits, that's where the real trader's at, and that's where the real information is mostly at, because people have their posts and informative posts. If you haven't joined Stockwits, please join it now, just because you'll get more news out of that than you will out of your Google machine. And you might get some hot takes on there. You might get some takes from people that actually might educate you a little more about stocks and things like that if you're new and you're unsure about things. So we've got a few bears sitting in here. Looks like Noam Stonksy writes, looks a lot suspicious of new bears on here. Today's posting is nonsense. So yeah, anytime you see that, you got to take that with a grain of salt. There could be those trolls out there that just like to troll, and that's all they do. They do that all the time, every day, all day. Let's see, Flyfish has been sitting on leaps here for months. Anyone know why this is trending on Sunday night? I haven't seen any actual news. That was my opinion too as well. It could be something that people don't know what's coming, as far as maybe in preparation of some Evergrande stuff. We don't know yet, so we'll see what happens on Monday. This board's almost gained 300 watchers overnight. Glad I bought around 4,000 shares at 566. The change sentiments TRIT becoming a WWE stock. This is not looking good on the shorties for the next few weeks. New watchers. So yeah, we're going to be adding more watchers to this because the show will bring more watchers as well. Should look to hit 50/20. Audited financials are released. The company disclosed its outlook on FY 2022. This is from Game Solore 3. Let's see here. Woot woot. Can't wait for the market to open. I love you and the entry at 513. You're literally psychotic. This trade is showing no signs of stopping. I would believe so, just because if you haven't purchased crypto stocks yet, I would say to find some of those stocks. They can be very profitable for you, especially when the shit starts to hit the faneth and you notice bad things are happening. You're going to wish that you got on crypto stocks. So look at your crypto stocks, your NFTs, and your processing stocks. If you can see any that you can gobble up cheap, you will do that, and you'll have the picture of this man shaking his head and saying this to you. Go, don't think about it. buy it. So let's see. Everything here, add to your watch list. You'll kick yourself later. Yeah, he's right. You will kick yourself. That's from BY23. So we're out of here. Have a good day trading tomorrow. Don't make it a dog show. And good night now!